Okay, it's me again, back with another video. If you don't know me, I am trying to go on a mental negativity loss journey, as it were, and trying to become a better person, if that's at all possible. So we're here today again. I don't know. I feel like, does my hair look nice, or just does it look like a disaster? I can't really tell. Hair is like the thing that I don't get it. Like, what is going on? Okay. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I had this idea, because I want to give people advice. But also, I am just a regular, horrible human being who would want my advice. And like sometimes when I listen or read advice columns, it can be like, I judge it. I'm like, who is this man or woman to like tell this person like what to do with their lives? Like, they'll just be like, just leave your boyfriend. And I'll be like, I know that you have stayed in a toxic relationship longer than you should have. Like, don't even like come around here like telling people what to do. But new non-cynical me isn't supposed to feel that way. So what I thought I'd do is I'd have a series where I would give advice and then I would ask for advice, and people can like give their advice like to me. It's like an exchange, an advice swap, if you will. And then that way it's just more like friends giving friends advice. So I have no subscribers and no one cares about me. So for now, I'm just going to read off of Reddit and give advice that way. All right, so this one, it's anonymous, so I'm just going to keep it that way. Is cuddling with your friend weird? All right. I, 21-year-old male, have a friend, 46-year-old female, and we get along very well, but we don't want a relationship together. When I was younger, I never received a lot of love per se. I was bullied, harassed, beaten up because of my heritage and skin color. Don't do that. I know I'm not a good person, but like, I know not to do that. Like, we're all different for different reasons, and that's no reason to bully someone, ever. Moving on. Anyway, at one point with my friend, I started saying the things that still haunt me to this day as I was laying on her couch, and she said, "Lift your head." She then proceeded to sit where my head was and asked me to lay down on her. I didn't think much of it, and she started playing with my hair like if she was a mother caring for her child. She said that if I ever needed to cuddle with her, she wouldn't mind. I never was held like this in my life, and it made me feel safe from all the pain in the world. So, yeah, I mean, I see like where they're coming from about like being worried that it's weird. The first thing I did was I rechecked the ages. He is 21, that is of legal age. The context I don't super have here is like, they're just friends. They're not like co-workers or anything like that. Because I would be concerned if, she was his boss and was doing this, because then there's like implications for, the workplace. You wouldn't want to like feel like you have to force an intimacy that you don't want to keep your job. Like, that's not a good situation to be in. However, he hasn't said anything like that. It just seems like they're friends. And frankly, I don't see anything wrong with this. I think people in general, but especially men, are probably really deprived of like physical touch, and like kind of caring. And, you know, I hate to say it, but like 20, 21-year-old men, like when they're in a bad situation and they've grown up, you know, without a lot of love and caring in their lives, that's like how radicalism kind of is born. Like this is the prime situation for this. So if you can find a much healthier outlet to express your feelings and to have them received, then like do it. But I guess just still pay attention to her cues, still pay attention to any red flags, but there doesn't seem to be anything like outwardly wrong with this. Like, I know that there are a lot of people who take advantage and like overstep boundaries where they shouldn't. But I do also think we need to like connect to each other more, to be like really lame about it. But yeah, like I do think that we need outlets for our emotions. I do think that we need people in our lives who make us feel safe, and just like who want us to be around. I think that's like a critical component to like being happy. So yeah, the things that still hurt me to this day, it sounds like the bullying and harassment from his childhood is like still a problem now. So I would recommend therapy for that too. I mean, have your friendships, that's all well and good. But it's kind of nice to have that, like, that particular bucket to pour some of this stuff into, because sometimes friendships can turn into like therapist patient if you're not careful, especially if you only have like one really good friend. It can be tempting to just like dump all your problems onto them, which you can do sometimes, but like if you do it too much, then, you know, I think that can be a little straining on a friendship. So I would definitely recommend like having more people in your network, like maybe having a therapist or like one of those online counselors that you can talk to, and they have that like professional distance, so it's not going to affect them so much. You know, things like that. All right, that's really all I have to say for that. And then for me, the advice question that I wanted to ask out to the void. Hello, void, that's you. Okay, so like, I don't know how to describe this. Like, you know, when you have like an ex from your past, at some point you're supposed to like, I think, just feel like, ooh, like that was a thing that happened and I've grown so much since then, and like it doesn't affect me anymore. Well, when I think of those people and those events, like I still feel that like bitterness, and I don't think that that's right. Maybe it is, and if it isn't though, then like what do I do about it? Because simply thinking things like, oh, they were on their own journey and like they just had to do what they do to hurt me. Like, no, I hate them. You know what I mean? Like I don't care about whatever circumstances they were, like they still hurt me. Like, so I'm just not so good at like letting stuff like that go. So does anyone have any advice for like how to move on? All right. End of the video. Please like and subscribe and share with any friends who need advice. I don't know who else is in this like specific situation, but if they are, let them know. I am a-okay with it. And I'm a random person on the internet, so I should know. But yeah, let me know what you think, and until then, I'll see you later.